What's an actual victimless crime? Owning 7 dildos in Texas. I would pay to see the deliberation that led to the decision that owning 6 dildos is fine, but 7 is a crime. Sleeping in your car when you are too drunk and can't drive. Tons of blue laws. Basically antiquated laws on the books that have to do with religion, mostly on Sundays. In my state you can't buy alcohol on Sunday before noon. And car dealers are not allowed to be open on Sunday. Basically they are designed to not compete with church attending times like early morning. Downloading very old games that are no longer available for sale. Emulating and/or pirating a game that is no longer available by any means. Putting coins in someone else's parking meter. Jaywalking when there are no cars on the road. Downloading a car. Many things if they're simply not witnessed. Taking off your pants in the park at night is absolutely a crime, actually 2 separate crimes, but if nobody is there to see it, no harm has been done, and there is nobody to be bothered that you trespassed after sundown. Eating food out of someone's garbage. Lots of places have sodomy laws. So for example, it's a crime for 2 consenting married adults to have oral sex in the privacy of their own home. Also illegal to buy a dildo. Edit, not specifically talking about the US, although some states in the US still have some laws but aren't really enforced. My town actually has some anti-pagan laws, so you can't have specific types of gatherings on certain nights of the year. Dumpster diving. I see jaywalking on this quite a bit, but I will say when I lived overseas, jaywalking even at 2 a.m. on an empty street just didn't happen. When I asked a local, German, why he wouldn't cross against a no walking sign, he said, what if a kid looked out the window and saw me? I don't want to set a bad example. As an ER nurse, I give a lot of shit away to patients against the rules or advise them where they can get it cheaper. Big hospitals have more money than God, but want me to send you home with 1 or 2 wound supplies for a wound that will take 4 weeks to heal. Fuck that. Here's a box of 50 for your purse. I never gave that to you. Hey, you need crutches, and here they are, but first. Before you sign that you got these. These crutches are $1,000. The same or better are on Amazon for $50 or less. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but I can offer you a free wheelchair ride out to your son's car. You could argue that the hospital is the victim here. I'm telling you that the hospital gets a discount on supplies and marks them up 1000% to sell to those going through an emergency. Who's really the victim? Edit. Appreciate all the support. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope I never have the pleasure of taking care of any of you. Stay healthy people and keep living your life to the best you can. To those saying I could get fired for this, I appreciate the concern. I can almost guarantee I will one day be fired for this. It's worth it to me. I will get another job in a different ER and continue my work. Regarding the people saying I'm contributing to the problem. The problem is in the USA healthcare model. Everything from insurance to CEOs. If my treatment and proper care of the individual is contributing to the problem, frankly, I don't think I care tbh. I will continue. Lastly, various arguments have been made to if this is a victimless crime or not. I don't disagree with some, but it's the closest thing I have to answer the question. Apologies if it doesn't 100% fit. Stay beautiful people. Eating a magic mushroom you found in nature. What things were you told growing up that were just plain lies? When I was about 6 or 7 years old, I was out in my backyard digging for treasure, as kids do, when I found a dirty penny. I excitedly took my treasure inside to clean it in the sink, when, to my horror, I dropped my treasure down the drain. I ran to my mom and tearfully explained to her that my penny went all the way to China. Now you'd think the story would end there, but it's just the beginning. About a week later I got a letter in the mail. I'm 6, so this is a big deal. This has never happened before. So I opened the letter in front of my mom and brothers and started reading the contents out loud. It was a very official-sounding declaration from the president of the Chinese government that they had found my penny and, from analyzing the fingerprints, had determined the penny belonged to me. There was also an identical copy of the letter in characters I couldn't recognize, and of course, my penny taped to the letter. Took that penny and letter to show and tell and held onto it for years. As I got older I figured out Santa and the Easter Bunny were fake on my own, but man was I disappointed when I was told that my China penny wasn't real. Edit. I should add that this is a happy memory for me, and I see it as more of a fun, white lie not done maliciously. I always thought adults were geniuses that knew everything. I once asked my dad how waves at the beach were made. He said whales. I believed that for years. That Saddam Hussein shot down Santa's sleigh with an anti-aircraft missile on Christmas Eve, 1990. My grandpa was a liar. Santa is alive and well. I was told in like 4th grade science that our blood was blue in our bodies on the way back to the lungs, that oxygen makes it red. Next year they're gonna be a lot harder on you about this. And the rules only get more strict. Heard that at the end of every year in elementary school, but by high school the rules are much less strict. My nana would say, "You're getting so tall," whenever she saw me. I'm 5 feet 1 inch, are you making fun of me, Nana? Is that what's happening here? We are almost there, during a long car journey. That moths were the ghosts of butterflies. Cheers for that one, Dad. My grandpa told me he wouldn't swim with me at the beach because he's made of salt and he'll melt. I believed him. Bad people/criminals never win. I need to behave in school because I have a permanent record. LOL, no. Just eat the crust, it'll make your hair curly. My mom must have just been trying to make me appreciate those uneaten pizza corners. If you keep making that face, it'll freeze that way. Our DARE officer in elementary school said the reason marijuana was so dangerous is because the smoke never leaves your lungs. Cracking your knuckles is bad for you. What is the worst response to "I'm dying"? Can we have one conversation that isn't all about you? Promise. Aren't we all? I was with my auntie when she was told she had 3/4 months left. I didn't know what to say. I looked at her and she said, "I've got food in my fridge that's got a longer expiry date than that." Then she proceeded with, "Well, that's that then, thanks Dr. I didn't know what to say or do. I then started laughing, and she said, "I've had a good innings and it's my own fault for smoking." She had lung cancer. She lasted 7 months just out of pure stubbornness. I sure miss her. I missed the part where "that's my problem." That sounds like a you problem. Can you die quieter? I'm watching TV. You're not dying, you just can't think of anything good to do. Beatboxes. Hi, dying, I'm Dad. It's about time. OMG. Thank you for this blessing that has been bestowed on me. Which could also be an answer to the question in OP. Yes, it's because I stabbed you, idiot.